Okay, let's kick this off by, first and foremost, my quest for tone has been a never-ending source of entertainment for those who know me, especially Pastor Clay at the Church of Marshall, who was, generous enough to welcome me back into the flock. Now, there are some great demos and reviews, sound clips, whatever, on a Marshall Bluesbreaker, which we're focused on right now. I'm sure there's some great demos and reviews on the BB Preamp by Exotic Effects, the Flux Drive by Mesa, or the Faux Analog Echo by Wampler. Pretty much anything that says Wampler on it's going to be cool. I'm sure there's some great demos on the Fender Stratocaster. This one in particular is an Eric Johnson. Pretty sweet. I love this guitar. Now, instead of doing a review per se on each one of these pedals and just breaking it down, if you want that, man, go to the store and check it out. Or watch an individual video on each pedal. All I'm doing is, this is a combination that I'm really happy with right now. My live tone is just killer, man. So what I wanted to do was just share it with you guys, and maybe, if you like it, let me know. Use it. If you don't like it, let me know and don't use it. Or maybe take it, take this idea and do your own thing with it. It's just to share with you what I'm doing and give you some ideas. So enough of the jibber jabber. Let's plug in and see what this sounds like. Okay, now the Bluesbreaker, I keep the tremolo off. I never use it. The EQ is basically just noon, and I don't jump the inputs, which I know a lot of you are like, what? Anyway, so the number one input is just at 0. Excuse me. The number 2 input is what I use, but the tone of the amp itself, with no pedals, now, I don't have it blasting. It's fucking 6:30 in the morning and it's not live, so who cares? I never use just the amp by itself. For my rhythm sound, the BB Preamp is always on. So that sounds... So that's pretty much the sound, just the BB Preamp by itself. Usually, I keep a little bit, I'm not like a big delay nerd, but I do like a little bit of delay in there. But I just kind of like it, like seasoning in a great spaghetti. It's just real subtle things that make for a great taste, an overall flavor. So it's just there in the background a little bit. And so basically, my rhythm tone, depending on how heavy I dig into the notes, if I roll back the volume a little bit, is pretty universal. You go from like a... going a little old school Motown, into, like, even if you're going to do a little... Now, what I think a lot of guitar players make the mistake in, that I've seen around here anyway, people that, you know, I love heavier music. I grew up on Ozzy and everything up until now, Five Finger Death Punch. I love a lot of heavier stuff. I don't really play it live, but there's not a big market to make money out here. So, but a lot of the guitar players, they think that if you're metal or hard rock, you have to crank that gain up. And now when you're playing live, if you're in your bedroom or whatever, man, it sounds great. But when you're playing live, the more gain you have that gain dimed out, by the time it hits the back of the venue that you're playing at, it sounds like ass. It's just all mush. You know, so a lesson I learned a long time ago, this guitar tech sat me down and we went over my tone. And I used to have, man, it was terrible. I thought it sounded great, you know, in my house, but I would get to a venue and it just, but I couldn't tell. But by the time everybody out there, it just sounded like just a bunch of mangled mush, you know. So that was my first lesson in turning the gain down, and I really had to relearn how to play guitar because I was so used to all those effects. And when I stripped down, my live sound was great, but I had to really, you know, all of a sudden I was struggling to play guitar. But anyway, so outside of that, you have, you know, again, the rhythm with just the BB preamp. You know, you can play that, you know, like the Stevie Ray, you know, something a little heavier, or, you know, like the old school. Flux drive. Now the way I have this set up is more of a boost, you know, with a little bit of hair on it to add if I'm going to play a lead or a heavier rhythm sound than what I need with just the BB. So by itself, you know, if I'm doing, say, now you kick it in. Great, you know, if you need something a little heavier, you know, or you're kicking in for a lead, you know, you got the that. But, you know, anyway, I'm not editing this. I don't care. We're just jamming today, you know. That up. Okay, so there you have it, man. That's basically, you know, a rundown of what I'm really happy with right now. I hope maybe it's inspired you a little bit. If you like it, feel free to let me know. If you don't like it, feel free to let me know. Please subscribe, and I will be putting up another video whenever I find something else worth putting up a video about. Have a good one, man. Thank you for watching.